Today we are working on calculating percentage yield. Excited? It would be when we finish this video. At the end, I have explained past paper questions step by step. Click the link to do the quiz also in the description after the lesson to get the feedback on your answers to improve. This really helps. Let's start calculating. Take a calculator and a periodic table. What is percentage yield? It is how efficient a chemical reaction is, which means how much product is obtained compared to how much can be obtained in theory. For this calculation, we are going to use this equation, actual mass of product obtained over maximum theoretical mass of product times 100. Example, if the maximum theoretical mass of a product in a reaction is 20 gram, but only 15 gram was actually obtained in the reaction, then we can calculate the percentage yield using the equation above, 15 over 20 times 100, which is 75%. Now, in theory, reactions can produce 100% product, but in reality, it is not possible to achieve. You get this question often in your GCSE exam. The product yield is less than 100% because reversible reactions may not go to completion, or some product may be lost when it is removed from the reaction mixture. Let's work this out together. You will need a calculator to work it out. Hope you have got it. Question is, students carried out this reaction in the lab. Only 40 gram of carbon dioxide was produced. However, their expectation was 44 gram. What is the percentage yield? Were they happy? What do you think? Now, in the chemical reaction, carbon reacts with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. In theory, there will be 44 gram, but in reality, the actual yield was 40 gram. To calculate percentage yield, use the equation and do it with me. So put 40 over 44 times 100, because in the question they have given you actual yield is 40 and the theoretical yield 44. So you put that into the equation and calculate. You get the final answer 90.9. Easy peasy, isn't it? So you see the benefit of calculating this, that we can see what is the yield, is it good or not so good, what we can do to increase the yield of the chemical reaction. Next question. Students carried out the reaction in the lab starting with 12 gram of carbon and 40 gram of carbon dioxide was produced. What is the percentage yield? Here you have to find out you have to find out how much carbon dioxide can be produced from 12 gram of carbon. First, check whether this chemical reaction is balanced or not. If yes, then move ahead with the calculation. So step 1, calculate how many carbon dioxide is produced from the carbon. They have started with 12 gram. So let's see if this chemical reaction is balanced. Yes, it is. So 1 carbon or 1 mole of carbon is reacting with oxygen to make 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Now 1 mole of carbon means 12 gram, isn't it? We have learned it from the previous videos. How much carbon dioxide can be made from 12 gram? It is 44 gram. Why? Because RFM, or relative formula mass of carbon dioxide, is 44. This is the theoretical yield of carbon dioxide if you start from 12 grams of carbon. In case if you're not sure what is RFM or relative formula mass, click the link in the description to learn about it first and then come back to this calculation. Now in the question they said 40 grams was produced in reality, which is the actual yield. So use the equation of percentage yield, write down the numbers and key in the calculator into the calculator to calculate what is the final answer. Again, 40 over 44 times 100, 90.9%. So that is what is the percentage yield of this reaction if you start with 12 grams of carbon. Next, this time they have started with 3 moles of carbon. What is the percentage yield? Now, this chemical reaction is balanced? Yes, it is. So 1 mole of carbon reacting with oxygen to make 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Now 3 moles of carbon makes 3 moles of carbon dioxide, isn't it? Now convert these to grams. So we have got moles, we need to convert it to gram. How? We are going to use this equation. N is mole equals to M mass over RFM is MR, RFM or relative formula mass. Now if we are rearranging the equation, because here we are finding out the mass, we are converting mole to mass. So we have to rearrange the equation and we will get mass equals to N times MR. So N is 3 and MR of carbon dioxide is 44. We have seen that. And we are multiplying 3 times 44. We get 132 grams. Okay. Now, next step 2, we are going to calculate the percentage yield. Again, using the same equation, just key in all the numbers you have got. So actual yield is 100 grams and the theoretical yield is 132. So 100 over 132 times 100. So you calculate in your calculator and you will find 75.6%. Okay. Now this yield is a little bit lower than the last example, isn't it? So you see we can really compare the efficiency of the reactions and we can do something about it if the yield is lower. So well done for this calculation. Now this is your turn. The question is, a student prepared 4.35 grams of ethanoic acid. Don't bother about the names of the reactants or the products. So the student had an expectation to produce 9.2 grams. What is the percentage yield? Pause the video and do the calculation yourself. Have you got an answer? Let's see. So again, we are using the same equation, actual yield over theoretical yield times 100. Put everything into the calculator and you will get 47.3 here. Because 4.35 is the actual yield over 9.2 theoretical yield times 100. 47.3. Well done. So we can say this yield is lower than the previous examples. How a chemist can use this? So you can use the condition of your reaction to change something in the reaction so that you can increase the yield of the reaction if possible. Next, let's start doing some past paper questions to build our confidence in this topic. So the question is, the formula of aluminium oxide is Al2O3. They have given you the chemical formula. calculate the relative formula mass of aluminium oxide. They have given you also the RAM, relative atomic mass, oxygen 16 and aluminium 23. It's pretty easy, isn't it? In the previous video, we have worked on this. So here, the mark scheme. My exam tips is that if you have got the answer 102, you will get full 2 marks. But I would say write it down, everything, show your work. So there are 2 marks in this question. 1 mark is for showing how it works, and second mark is for the final answer. If you got the right answer, you get full marks. But in case if you made a mistake typing in your calculator and you got a final answer wrong, you can still get 1 mark if you show your work. So make a habit of showing your work early on so that you don't forget it. You can avoid losing marks. So this is the first part of the question. Often in your GCSE, you will have combination of different questions. So let's go to the second part. Is this. 60 kilogram of aluminium oxide produces a maximum of 31.8 kilogram of aluminium. Earlier we have worked with gram, but here they have given kilogram. Doesn't matter, it's the same thing. All you do, use the equation, and they have given you the equation, so no worries at all. In an extraction process, only 28.84 kilogram aluminium is produced from 60 kilogram of aluminium oxide. Calculate the percentage yield. Give your answer to 3 significant figures. Okay, use this equation. So enter, note here that you have got these numbers 28.4 produced from 30, they have got 31.8 kilogram maximum. That is the theoretical number. Okay, so this is the mark scheme. Use the equation, write it down, make your habit to show your work. So 28.4 over 31.8 times 100. So that is mark 1. Okay, then if you calculate, you will get 89.3081 and so on percentage, and that would be second mark. But what they have said here, that stick to 3 significant figures. So you have to give your answer with 3 significant figures. So what I would say, because it is 89.308, so after 3 there is a 0, which is less than 5. So you round it up, your answer 89.3. So that is what is your final answer. Well done. So you can get full marks with these easy 3 steps, isn't it? Now go on to the next video in moles calculation playlist for more past paper questions, explanations step by step. There are videos for exam board specific past paper question walkthrough. Use my exam tips to build your confidence and your grades, and also try the quiz to improve your answer, to get feedback and improve your answers. All the best.